Samuel, Samuel, tomorrow I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. You will anoint him as the leader of Israel. He will deliver my people from the Philistines, for I have heard their cry and shown them favor.
In the tribe of Benjamin, there was a man named Kish, the son of Abiel, from a long line of notable ancestors, Zeror, Bechorath, and Aphia. Kish was a man of standing, respected among his people for his wealth and influence. One day, the donkeys belonging to Kish wandered off, straying far from the family's lands. He had a son named Saul, a young man of striking appearance. Among all the Israelites, none could compare Saul in handsomeness. Tall and imposing, he stood head and shoulders above everyone else. Saul's appearance made him a natural leader in the eyes of those around him. But his destiny was still unknown to him. Concerned, Kish called his son.
Saul,
He said,
take one of the servants and go search for the donkeys.
Saul, dutiful and obedient, set out on what seemed like a simple task. Yet, this journey would soon change his life forever. Little did Saul know, the search for wandering animals would be the first step on a path toward his true calling. Saul and his servant journeyed through the rugged hill country of Ephraim, searching for the lost donkeys. They passed through the land of Shalisha, but the donkeys were nowhere to be found. They pressed on to the land of Shalim, still with no luck. Crossing into the territory of Benjamin, their search remained fruitless. Finally, they arrived in the land of Zuph.
We should head back. My father will stop worrying about the donkeys and start worrying about us.
Master, there's a man of God in this town. He's highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go to him. Maybe he can tell us where to go next.
We can go, but what can we bring him? We've run out of food, and we have no gift to offer him.
I have a small silver coin. I'll give it to the man of God, and he will guide us.
In those days, people seeking God's counsel would visit a prophet known as a seer. And so, with hope renewed, they set off to find the man of God, unsure of what lay ahead. As Saul and his servant approached the town, they encountered a group of young women drawing water. Saul asked them,
Is the seer here?
Yes,
they replied.
he's just ahead, but you must hurry. Now go quickly. This is the perfect time to meet him.
As Saul neared the town, Samuel saw him, and the Lord spoke to Samuel.
This is the man I told you about. He will rule over my people.
Saul approached Samuel at the town gate and asked,
Can you tell me where the seer's house is?
I am the seer. Go ahead of me to the high place, for today you will dine with me, and in the morning I will send you on your way. And don't worry about the donkeys you lost 3 days ago. They have been found, but there's something greater to consider. All of Israel's hopes rest on you and your family.
What? But I'm just a Benjaminite. That too from the smallest tribe in Israel. And my family is the least in the tribe of Benjamin. How? Why are you saying this to me?
Samuel led Saul and his servant into the gathering room, giving them the place of honor at the head of the table among about 30 guests. As everyone settled, Samuel turned to the cook and said,
Bring the portion of meat I set aside, the one I asked you to keep.
The cook retrieved the leg of meat and placed it in front of Saul. Samuel smiled.
This special portion has been saved for you. Eat, for it was prepared for this very moment.
And so Saul dined with Samuel that day, unaware that this meal marked the beginning of his destiny. As they descended from the high place back to the town, Samuel and Saul spoke privately on the rooftop. Then Samuel took a small container of olive oil and poured it over Saul's head. He kissed him and declared,
The Lord has chosen you to lead his people, Israel. You will rule over them and deliver them from the power of their enemies. This will be the sign that the Lord has chosen you as leader over his people.
And Samuel continued,
When you leave me today, you will meet 2 men near Rachel's tomb at Zelzah on the border of Benjamin. They will tell you the donkeys you were searching for have been found, but now your father is no longer worried about them, but is anxious about you, asking, What should I do about my son? As you continue your journey, you will come to the great tree of Tabor. There you will meet 3 men going up to Bethel to worship God. One will carry 3 young goats, another 3 loaves of bread, and the third a container of wine. They will greet you and offer you 2 loaves of bread, which you will accept. Afterward, you will go to Gibeah of God. Upon entering the town, you will encounter a group of prophets coming down from the high place. They will be playing harps and tambourines and flutes and lyres, filled with the spirit of prophecy. The Spirit of the Lord will rush upon you, and you will join them in prophesying, transforming you into a different person. When these signs occur, take courage and do whatever your hand finds to do. for God will be with you.
And thus, God orchestrated these events in the life of Saul, the first king of Israel.